UvaldeRadio.net. Hey, it's Robert Miguel. Good morning to you. It is Friday, a beautiful day. Lots going on. We're going to be talking to Susan Rios from the Main Street Uvalde program, all about Foursquare Friday, which is tonight in downtown Uvalde. Also on the way, going to be talking to the guys in Kinfo, big Texas country band out of San Antonio, and they're performing Saturday, tomorrow, at the Graf 7A Ranch in Hondo. But right now, something really cool for you locals. It's all about a great cause and probably some really, really good food. And I know some really good people are involved. Right now, it's Lisa and Atticus on the phone. What's up, guys?
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good. Now, you guys are with the Boy Scouts here in Uvalde, right?
Yes.
So now, is it Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts, Webelos? What exactly are you guys, your particular pack?
Well, I head up the pack 244, which includes children that are under the age of 11.
Okay.
We now accept girls and boys mixed, and we start them off at the age of 6th or 1st grade, and they start off, and we have them as bears, wolves, webelos, and then they move up to just the scouts, which once they turn 11 or they're in 5th grade, they can move up to that. Right now, my son Atticus has just recently moved out of my pack to pack 181, which is a venture crew pack which involves the Uvalde Sahawe dancers. They are the goodwill ambassadors of Uvalde, and people might have seen them dancing around here and there at different festivities, and they represent Uvalde throughout the state of Texas as well as the United States.
So you mentioned at the top that you had wolf, bear. I think I didn't hear you say bobcat. When I was a kid, Bobcat was the first one. Is that still there?
The Bobcat is the initial that they all start off with.
They all start off, okay.
So whether they start off with, even if they start off as wolves, they'll still have to do their Bobcat.
Right. Now, you did mention, because I keep forgetting this, and this has kind of been a hot thing in the news, that now the Scouts have boys and girls. Now, so we don't call it Boy Scouts anymore, do we?
No, it's just Scouts.
Interesting. So how is that dynamic played out for you guys here locally? I know that a lot of times in bigger cities and more progressive areas, it's become a really kind of a hot button debate. But what is it? I mean, I'm sure it's a much less dramatic in real life. How has that played out for you guys so far?
Well, I think because we're in a unique situation with the Sahawe dancers, we've already been exposed with Boy and Girl Scouts because of the girls. They were the bright feather dancers, and they had their own pack going with Girl Scouts. And back in 2012, when Raymond Castro took over the Sahawe organization, they joined both together. So we have the bright feather dancers as well as Pack 181, which was the Boy Scout Venture Group, all part of the Sahawe dancers. So we've already done that for a few years.
Man, shout out to Raymond. Hopefully he's listening, because that guy is awesome. He gets that little drum and he does those, hey, oh man, those chants or whatever I call them. I have no culture, so I apologize. But he is so fantastic, man. Your kids do a great job dancing, but I gotta say, Raymond, he kind of steals the show too, don't he?
Yeah. And he's very eloquent.
So very cool. Well, it's a pleasure to talk to you guys. So let's just say somebody's interested in joining the Scouts. What age groups are there? Who do they talk to? What's that process like these days? Well,
if they're under the age of 11, like 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and up to 5th grade, they can call me. My number is 254-733-5608, and if they have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. Or they can actually just show up on Mondays at 7 p.m. at the Sahawe Theater. That's what time we meet, every Monday from 7 to 8, and they can just be part of it at that point, or come and just observe and see if it's something that might fit with what they want to do. I know a lot of people have their children in basketball, baseball, football, and all these little extra activities, but the cool thing about Scouts is it teaches kids how to, become an adult. Because we give these kids skills that they're going to need to live out their life. You know, so many times you see adults that don't even know how to camp. They don't know what to do. They go out in the wilderness, and these kids can do it. they can survive.
I think that the freeze we had back in February is a great example of a bunch of sissy grown-ups, you know what I mean, who did not learn how to start a fire or tie a knot, you know what I mean, or pitch a tent. So I think you're onto something there. I made it to like Webelos and got pretty high in there, and then right as I became a Boy Scout, I think my parents either lost interest or I did. But my son, my adult son now, went through the whole program. An Eagle Scout, and man, I'm telling you what, it has shaped him into a fine young man. And of course, part of that was parenting, part of it was church, but a lot of it I attribute to his time and experience in the Scouts. So you guys definitely run a great program, and it's cool to see that you're part of it, Lisa. Now, tell me your background within the Scouts program. What led you to become one of the leaders?
Well, I'm originally from Uvalde, and my son and I had just moved to Uvalde about 5 years ago, and he mentioned he wanted to be in Scouts because he was a junior Sahawe, and that door was open if he wanted to join PAC 244. The thing about PAC 244 is there were no male role models. We had a lot of single moms, and the dads were not involved, and I stepped up and I said, yeah, I'll do it. So I actually had to learn. So it's actually helped me out, too. This is something that I think every boy for sure should do, and I think every girl really would like to do because it's fun. And we learn things. Funny thing is, I've got kids that want to do certain things over and over because they really enjoy them, and I'll let them do it because if it's not fun, they're not going to come.
Right.
And one of the things they make are homemade erasers. That's the big hit right now is homemade erasers.
But man, I tell you what, when I was, like I said, when I was in the Scouts as a youngster, I learned so much. The highlights were definitely going to camps, and campfires and, all those things that are kind of the camp part of the whole thing. But what are some of and of course, the pandemic, I'm sure, has affected some of the things you guys have been able to do for the last year anyway. But tell me some of the highlights that a potential Scout could look forward to, activities you guys might do besides, just like I said, learning knots and earning badges.
Okay, well, we try to get the kids to stay fit. So we do a regular workout routine for them. So we give them exercises that they can improve upon, and we time them out, and in a few weeks or in a couple of months, we have them do it all again and see if they're improving. Those are some of the physical activities that we do, and that helps them when we do our mile hikes, when we go out and do bird watching, when we go out and clean up the community or help out one of the local civic groups. Right now we're working with the police department to help them out, and one of the things that the Scouts do for them is we wash their cars.
Wow.
So they have a fun time getting wet out there and supporting our local police department. Same thing with the firefighters. These kids are involved with as much as they possibly can with the community, and they try to give back as much as they possibly can by helping them out.
I think it's a fantastic opportunity also in that we're in a bit of a rural area. We've kind of got that at our disposal, where you can go camp and you can go to the river and, and enjoy the great outdoors. Whereas some of them city folk kid, you know what I mean? They can't really, they're stuck with parking lots and pavement, right?
Exactly. And with this pandemic, we did lose a few kids because of the fact that they were not coming out and actually participating. And, with good reason, we understand.
Sure.
So what we do is, since we do outdoor activities, the six foot distance, social distancing was not a problem. We're currently right now at the park feeding the ducks. That's one of the things that Atticus likes to do, and we walk the trail as part of his workout routine. So we're trying to kill two birds with one stone.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Well, again, we're talking to Lisa Marie here from the Scouts here in Uvalde. And so, again, they might have lost a few during the pandemic. So recruit. Give Lisa a call. We'll get that phone number again before we wrap it up. But let's go ahead and talk about the event. And then let's get Atticus on the phone. If we can pull him away from the ducks. I know that's kind of hard. And maybe actually, let's talk to him now. Can you get him away now?
He's here. Yes.
Hey, Atticus, what's going on, brother?
Hi.
Hey, how old are you nowadays, man?
I'm 11.
So you just joined the bigger, older pack, right?
Yes.
So how has it been? How's your experience so far? You liking it in the new group?
Yes, I like it a lot. It's very fun.
Now, are the guys and gals a little bit bigger than you now? Are you kind of like the younger guy in the block now?
Yes.
Are they setting a good example for you, and you learning some good stuff from your elders, your older peers?
Definitely, yes.
So what was it like going from like one of the older guys from the younger group to now one of the younger guys in the older group? Are you feeling, is it a challenge? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to just having a good time and learning more knots and camping sites.
What has been one of the most fun experiences you've had so far as a scout?
Probably camping is the best experience.
And what has been the hardest, most difficult thing for you to do as a scout?
Probably like running and stuff.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, I'll tell you what, because we all gained a lot of weight during the pandemic, right? Can't get outside as much. Well, I'm glad that you're getting out there, staying active, feeding our ducks, keeping them healthy as well. Now, you've got an interesting vantage point in that your mom is one of the Scoutmasters. So what's it like, doing this all with your mom?
Very fun. I love it, and it's very interactive with other people.
Since your mom is the leader, do you get away with more or do you get in more trouble? Is more expected of you?
Probably in more trouble. I'm expected a lot.
She was harder on you, huh? So are you glad you're out of her class now, basically?
A little bit, basically.
She's right there. I understand you can't say anything mean right in front of her. I got you. But man, Atticus, it's really cool talking to you, man. So, if there's somebody else out there listening that's around your age and you want to convince them to join the Scouts, what would you say to them?
It's very fun because this benefits PAX 244, which is my mom's Cub Scouts, and PAX 181, which includes 11-year-olds up to 18-year-olds. And if anyone wants to join, a boy or a girl would like to join Scouts, just call my mom at 254-733-5608.
Good job, my man. All right, let me get your mom back on the phone, and we're going to talk about the big burger sale, okay?
Okay.
All right, man. Thanks. Good talking to you, Atticus. There you go. Good man. All right.
Very proud of him. Very proud of him.
Good stuff. I'm gonna get him I need part-timers, so we might have to work on getting him on the radio here too. So,
love it.
Again, I've got Lisa Marie here from the Uvalde Scouts, and go ahead and give us that phone number one more time in case anybody hasn't written it down yet.
Sure. It's area code 254-733-5608.
And let's get into the information about the burger sale that's going to be going on tomorrow, right?
Saturday from 11 to 2 p.m. at the Sahawe building. The Sahawe building is located right across the street from the HEB parking lot. It's adjacent to the Memorial Park, and we'll be out there with a canopy, tables, the whole spread, and we'll have the Scouts. Atticus and the other boys will be showing off their grilling skills because we teach them how to handle the hot grills and how to cook and fend for themselves. So they're actually going to be our chefs Saturday, making these burgers, and we're going to be making them fresh. The pack will include a burger with all the trimmings, lettuce, tomato, onions, cheese if they'd like that, a bag of chips, and a can of soda. We'll also have a bake sale going on the side. For any donations they'd like to give, they could get cookies or cakes or whole cakes. We're doing this just to help the kids offset their entry fee, because the entry fees are a little high this year, and we understand if a mom or dad have one or two Scouts or even three, it could add up. So we're asking people just to come by and help support them by buying a burger.
So once again, that's going to be Saturday, and what's the time frame again?
11 to 2. 11 to 2.
Right there across from HEB. And I love that you're teaching these kids how to get behind a grill and, and channel their inner Ron Swanson. I love that, dealing with the meat and the fire. It's a great primal experience that every young man should do, and girls do. So, very cool. I'm looking forward to tasting one of these delicious burgers. So again, that's going to be, Saturday, lunchtime, the place to go. And of course, this will benefit the pack. And I'm sure you guys have lots of costs that are, that you incur everywhere, everything from uniforms and projects, materials, trips. What are some of the other things, that you need these funds for?
Well, the older kids, PAC 181, they're going to be going to a camp, and what we do to offset the cost of that, instead of them having to pay the entire cost, we tell these kids to go out and mow lawns, go help someone paint their house, and whatever donation they give them, we tell them to try to raise $100 on their own, and then the money that we raise from this burger sale will cover the rest of their camping costs and fees. so that they're motivated to actually do something to pay for it rather than just to go for free.
You know, the longer we talk, the more I love what you guys are doing. I mean, the old school, go mow a lawn. I mean, it's classic, America, that's what this country was founded on, just good old hard work and a bit of entrepreneurship, where you just get out there, knock on a door, say, hey, you know what? Can I shovel your snow? Can I mow your lawn? Can I take out your trash, walk your dog? And then somebody that has some money says, hey, here's a $5, here's 10, here's 20, whatever it is that price is. And that's the way, a lot of us hardworking Americans came up in the world, and it taught us a good work ethic and responsibility, money management all at once. So good stuff. Finally, let's go ahead. Is there a web presence? You guys have an official website or Facebook or anything like that you want to plug?
I don't think we have a Facebook. If we do, we'd have to check with Raymond, but okay. I don't recall anything. I know we have a small website that people can go on to, and it's under Sahawe, Uvalde Sahawe Dancers, and I believe they can also access it through the Chamber website.
Well, right on. Well, that's some great information. So everybody get on out and get a great burger for a great cause this Saturday lunchtime right across from HEB, right between HEB and the park. And any other details we need to go over before we wrap this up?
No, we just want to wish everyone a good weekend, and we hope to see you there. And if not, be careful, be safe, especially if we're going to be going out to the PBR rodeo. Absolutely.
All right. Well, once again, Lisa Marie and Atticus, thank you guys for being great representatives of our Scouts here in Uvalde. Y'all have a great burger sale, okay?
Thank you so much, Robert. Y'all take care.
Y'all take care. God bless. All right, that's going to wrap it up with the Scouts here on Uvalde Radio.